Step 10. Well, this is now part 5. Okay, gotta make sure I name it properly. Part 5. Step 10. So we're going to take the motor from step 3 and once again we're skipping 1 square from the screw. Okay. Put that down like that. 2 little screws. Excuse me. Okay. And making sure that these are touching properly. I'm going to use gravity. Take me, gravity! Who's seen Luca? And it moves around because it's not on there yet. So I'll just flip it. I'm holding it with my finger. There we go. And my daughter loves the movie Luca. I think she secretly wishes she's a mermaid. She also loves Ariel. She loves mermaids. So I think it blew her mind as a small child when she saw Luca. She was like, wait, people are mermaids walking around? That's how they do it. Like, she was sure, man. Okay, she was like, oh, the Christmas story was hilarious. Because we don't lie to our children, so we tell them there's no Santa Claus. We're Santa Claus. I take that credit. I'm Santa Claus. Daddy Claus over here, okay? I don't let somebody else get... If you're not good, Santa won't bring you a present. If you're not good, I ain't gonna buy you a present. Know where your provision comes from, children. So, we told her there was no Santa, and she kept watching movies and seeing all this stuff about Santa, and she was like, "Santa's real." I was like, "No, he's not." So she goes to get her picture taken with Santa because she wants to. So we go and we take her. Okay. She gets her picture taken with Santa. And the guy who was playing Santa had a real beard. He actually did look like Santa. And so she pulled on the beard and it was real. And she comes to me and she goes, well, she was actually in the car and she said it to both of us, but she said to her mother specifically, "You see, Mom, Santa Claus is real. Nana Nana Boo Boo." Okay, so she proved herself right. There is a Santa Claus. I did not destroy her dream. Very well, daughter. You are correct. There is a Santa. Batman is Santa, right? I mean, he is playing the part of Santa. And he brought you joy. So, hey. That's the embodiment of Santa. And that is all you need, my daughter. And so I thought it was cute, so I let it go. But now I'm sure she thinks that it's possible to be a mermaid of sorts because of the Santa situation. Magic is real. That's cool, man. Let her have an imagination. That's cool. All right, so now we're in step 11, and I was looking at how to lay this out. But anyway, the bracket goes like this towards the camera, but if you're looking at the front, the L or 90-degree part is going to go away from the front in such a direction. And I'm just looking, so it's the long rectangular hole and then 3 holes, so 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th hole you will be putting the screw. So line that up properly, and it's on the corner, so here's on the corner right there, and it looks pretty good to me, and I'll be putting 1 screw right there. So 1 screw, yeah. Don't move. once again, big fingers cause problems. This is why it's meant for children. So holding the screw in place, I'm going to flip it over, and then it's naturally going to move because it's not completely screwed in yet. Now this is the fun part because I'm going between two brackets on this side to try and put this on, which is why, once again, using gravity to my advantage, but if it falls off, then it's not really helpful. Gravity, that is. So, just trying really hard to. There we go. Now I'm going to flip it, line it back up. Make sure you're lined up with the things on the other side. This way you can have it straight when you officially tighten it. Put your finger on it so you're holding the nut, and then go ahead and tighten it. And because you're not doing any Hercules stuff, it's not crazy to tighten. And then this way it's easier to move this side back. Not that it's loose, it's tight, but it's not Hercules tight, so it's like impossible to do it, you know. This way I can put the screw on the opposite side, also on the corner. There you go. And hold it with your finger, flip it over, and use some gravity to help you get this one on. And of course, if it's off, it falls off. Gravity's not your friend. But gravity is your friend to still get it in your hand, because I'm not 12 years old. So once again, if you have, you know, small fingers, this is a lot easier. There we go. And now I'll flip it. It's a lot easier to hold it now because the other side's already screwed in. Hold it with your finger and go ahead and tighten it. And once it's tight, no Hercules stuff right there, one tight. Perfect. Looking at it, it's all lined up. It looks good. You're doing good. Put it down. Now we have two screws going through the other side of the motor. That's why you kind of wait till you get to this point, because you're going to look to make sure that the metal is all lined up properly, which it is. You know, it should be. And the two screws are going to go on either side for the center, or the one, you know, the part holding the motor, like so. I'm going to hold it with my thumb, and then I'm going to hold it with my fingers, right, because I got to put the nuts on the back. And you got to line it up, which takes some rotation. But there you go. Once you get it, you'll know it works, because once you get it, gravity does all the work for you. So this is, I would like to do Arduino. I was just thinking about Arduino. If there's any parents out there who want to donate, but like that's why it's like, hey, watch my YouTube, share my YouTube, right? It doesn't cost you anything, and if I get a bunch of subscribers, then YouTube will pay for me to get the Arduino and to get the other robots and to do all the teaching and stuff. And that's great, because as a man with, you know, 3 kids and a whole family, I don't have extra money to be buying Arduinos and robots and stuff. That's why I keep it. You know, that's why I stopped doing FTC, because it was getting really expensive. You know, and a lot of that stuff I had to pay for out of my pocket because the district is too slow. You know, like if I don't have all the parts at the beginning of the year and I have to order parts, or something breaks and I have to order it, I can't make a district request because they take too long to process that stuff. Like the fastest I've had anything go through in the district is 2 weeks. Okay, and that was like a special case because I was able to get somebody to put a rush on that bad boy. The people that I wanted to buy it from was already a vendor. Okay, so everything worked out wonderfully. That the paperwork went through immediately, and it still took 2 weeks. Like, you gotta keep like, okay, and that was to get a. What was I getting? Filament. Yes, it was filament for the 3D printers. But anything else could take up to a month, 3 weeks to a month. And if you're if you're doing FTC and something breaks and you have a competition next week, you know, or the next day, tomorrow, you got time to wait for the district to process the PO and for all the paperwork to go through. I need it today. So we're talking about something that took 2 weeks that if I had ordered it myself, like, okay, if I order it from Amazon myself, like, I can get it the next day, 2 days, right? 2 weeks is long, right? And the filament came through Amazon. That was another reason why I was able to take 2 weeks, was because it was coming through Amazon. It's like the fastest you can get it. You know, so that's just, hey man, that's what it is. And I deal with it. But if I'm doing it here and somebody says, hey, I'm willing to donate, or let me watch your video and make you go viral, and this way YouTube can pay, and I can just do it. I don't have to spend my personal money. That would be great. All right, so this one's a little fun, right? Because this is for the claw, and so you'll put the other one on, and sometimes kids go too far and then it doesn't fit, and then they get aggravated, and it's like, I gotta do it again. Well, I'm going to count for you so we don't have this problem. So looking at the 2 screws on the bottom here, okay, they line up with the 3rd box, so I don't have to really worry about that. I can start counting from there, okay? And if you look at where it goes, it is 1, 2, 3, 4 squares from those screws, okay? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and it's going in. So technically, it's only 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3, because it's going in the 4th one. Okay, and the 2 screws there, and it goes exactly like this. Okay, so I have it lined up perfectly. So I'm counting right. 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one it goes in. So I'm going to hold it right there. And the screws are coming in from this side. And once again, I'm going to hold it like this just because to get the screw in, I'm going to use gravity. Very good. And I'm going to turn this way because I need to get that on there, and it's going to kind of be kooky for me, but that's okay, because I'm going to do it backwards. Alright, so I'm doing it this way so I can show you. It's harder for me to see, but that's okay. There we go. I'm getting that one on there, and then I'm going to hold it to put the other screw up through the other side. Fits on there nicely. Get that this way. And now that I'm looking at it from the bottom end, there's like a little diamond, and you can see it's 1 space from that diamond, or square. Well, it's a diamond, right? Diamond if it's diagonal. And then I'm turning it this way because they're not tight, so I'm going to hold them. And, you know, try to make sure it's as straight as it could be. and then go ahead and use your Allen wrench to screw them in. Hopefully it'll, when it's tight, it'll straighten out. But you're not Hercules tightening it, so it won't be a big problem. Aha. And there we go. So if I turn it now to look like the picture towards me, right? The two screws are in. They're on there pretty solid. This is the piece from step 4. Okay, so we're done. That was step 12. So we're good for now.